Circuit de la Sarthe, the track popularly known for 24 Hours of Le Mans race, is the longest circuit track in the world. This 13.6 kilometers long endurance track mostly goes on full throttle, which means immense wear and tear in the brakes and suspension to slow down before the Mulsanne corner. It tests the car's limit and puts stress on engine and its components. However, this world-renowned endurance track is not what it used to look like. Le Mans was famous for its 6-kilometer long straight called the Mulsanne Straight. After exiting the Tertre Rouge corner, cars spent almost half of the lap at full throttle before braking for Mulsanne corner. Now we have two equally spaced chicanes added in the Mulsanne Straight to limit the maximum achievable speed. Nevertheless, there was one gawky French underdog which still holds the record of the fastest car in the Mulsanne Straight, which can never be broken by any other car ever, not even a hypercar. Let's hear its record-breaking story. Back in 1969, Gerard Welter and Michel Munier, two Peugeot designers, created their own racing car under the name WMP69 from the chassis of Peugeot 204. Over time, they made improvement in their projects and made their debut in 1976 Le Mans in GTP class. The WMP76 was powered by a 2.7-litre PRV V6 engine, which performed well, but eventually struggled to keep up with other Group C cars later on. Le Mans was getting tougher for Peugeot, and lack of funds aggravated the situation even more. Welter and Munier changed their plans and were determined for only one thing in 1987. Under the Project 400, they aimed to build a car that would smash the barrier of 400 km per hour in Mulsanne Straight. The introduction of WMP87 was like turning a new leaf for Welter Racing. The car was built with an aluminum monocoque chassis which was significantly wider than P86. It was equipped with a 2.8-litre twin-turbocharged PRV V6 engine which was capable of producing up to 850 horsepower after applying maximum boost. The team made the most out of the Group C regulations and made the car ridiculously downforce heavy. While most of the downforce was produced from the bottom of the car, there was still a front splitter and a big rear wing, resulting in increased top speed and improved aerodynamics of the vehicle. Upon testing the prototype for over 4 months, they modeled this beefed-up version of the car which was about to compete in 1987 Le Mans. Despite the car seeming capable of achieving results, it got interrupted by engine problems. P87 was unable to sustain 2 consecutive laps during pre-race test, thus scoring a maximum speed of 356 km per hour. The team resolved the issues and tested the car once again. The car was exhibited at the inauguration of the new A26 motorway. Francois Mégol drove the car in a stretch and reached 416 km per hour, which established the potential of it. In the race, like many other competitors, P87 was bedeviled by poor quality fuel which ruined the engine due to overheating. The top speed recorded by speed detectors was 381 km per hour, while the team insisted to have hit the target already. Welter Racing, hell-bent on achieving the goal, brought a refreshed version to the battlefield in 1988. WMP88 came into existence, geared with larger venturi tunnels which increased downforce and improved high-speed stability. But that was not just it. The major upgrade was done to the engine. Now it was 3-litre twin-turbocharged V6 which was supposed to yield 910 horsepower and generate 1020 Nm of torque. The car's weight was reduced by 65 kg which came down to 900 kg. Consequently, power-to-weight ratio winged its way up. P88 achieved a speed of 387 km per hour in the first practice session. Again, the team spotted a mismatch in the recorded speed and a new radar system was arranged for the rerun. The session went up in smoke as the team had to wait for the new system to get installed, which took a lot of time. Now the car had to wait until race day. The older P87 with improved chassis was kept as a backup to improve their chances of breaking the record in case the P88 bites the dust. The race became as challenging as ever. The P87 hit the buffers after 22 laps due to transmission failure, and sadly, the P88 was also not left unhurt. The car suffered the blight of engine and bodywork problems. After staying 3.5 hours in the pit, the engine was fired up once again. With Roger Dorsey behind the wheel, the car sustained several laps around the circuit with no problems, recording 400 km/h quite a few times. But it seemed like the team was hungry for more. It was the last lap and the new P88 was about to create history. The car was about to blow minds and even break records. Finally, Dorsey was signaled to boost up the turbos for a final stretch. The car bolted through 3.7 miles of bumpy and uninterrupted Mulsanne Straight. The spectators witnessed the jolting speed which left them dazzled. But it came with a price. Unfortunately, the P88 broke down due to stressed engine and turbocharging issues. They did not win the race, but the most staggering thing was that the P88 had set a new record of the fastest car ever before it broke down. The recorded speed was 407 km/h. However, the official speed was recorded as 405 km/h to match with the release of the Peugeot 405. Welter Racing was less bothered with the same, as the record was already broken. It did not matter. What mattered the most was the years of hard work and sleepless nights to achieve that one record that no one aimed for. The record set by P88 was competent proof that cars were getting blazing fast, and soon there could be another faster car to break that record. But Mulsanne Straight was not kind to any of them. Recurring accidents and engine failures confirmed the fact that the circuit needed to be modified. 2 years later, in 1990, under FIA's regulation, 2 chicanes were introduced to make it impossible to reach the 400 km/h barrier. No other prototype reached the top speed ever, and that leaves the P88 being the first and the only car to have ever reached 400 plus in the Mulsanne Straight. Well, that was it. Thanks for watching. Like it if you loved it, sub for more, and I shall see you next time with another one.